Hi guys, it's that time again. You can see right here, Xur is in the tower, the mark of the 9, the flowers as usual, and he is down here by the Vanguard. And, yep, down by the Vanguard. So we run through this section past shacks, and if we hang a right, that guy Mr. Awesome there was a little bit misleading, but these two were on the money. And here he is. This week, Xur has the Special Weapon Legacy Engram, the Imperium Bellicose for the Titans. Let's just go back 1 second. The Special Weapon Legacy Engram decrypts at a maximum of 170 light. It's a year 1 weapon only. So, you know, if you're looking for that Pocket Infinity, maybe you can get it there. For example, the Imperium Bellicose, like I said, is the Titan helmet. It's an intellect strength roll, and it is a 101 roll, down from 111, 10 points down from max, so it's a pretty average roll. The Imperium Bellicose has this anti-grav thrusters exotic perk over here. Aiming weapons while in the air, hold you in place for a short time. Basically, you aim, you can hover for a while you're aiming, and orbs collected while your super is full will recharge your melee ability. Basically, you can pick up orbs when you've got your super. It's got obviously increased intellect and strength. It has innovation, which has bonus grenade energy on orb pickup, and inverse shadow, one of my personal favorite PvE perks on a helmet, where you get super energy from killing minions of the darkness for any type of kill at all, and heavy lifting is the same, but for heavy weapon kills only. Not the world's greatest helmet, certainly not going to set your world on fire in terms of tier 12 gear, but, you know, that helmet some people find useful, especially when airborne is active in strikes, for example. The Hunters have the Crest of Alpha Lupi. Last week it was the Titans with Crest of Alpha Lupi. This week it's the Hunters with Crest of Alpha Lupi. Intellect Discipline roll. It's a 137 roll, 10 points down from max. The maximum of 147, with Keeper of the Pack, revive fallen enemies faster, so it's got quick res, and supers generate an extra orb. Obviously it's intellect, discipline, so we've got increased intellect and discipline. Skip over here and we've got solar armor, handy for gunslinger class. Solar burn defense, so you take less damage when you have solar burn style damage. Scout rifle ammo or sidearm ammo means you can carry more ammo of either of those, and that is the Crest of Alpha Lupi. Not the world's greatest chest piece, can be handy in something like Trials or Skirmish or those sorts of things, but really not as handy as it used to be, and not a great 12 tier roll. So I wouldn't necessarily suggest picking either of these up at this point in time unless you need them to round out your set. The Stag for the Warlocks is a 103 class, 8 stat points down from max, again not terribly great from a 12 tier perspective. And this exotic perk over here, Doe or Die, once per life, your supercharges faster when your teammates are dead, chance to respawn with an overshield. Right, so you can respawn sometimes, and hey, you've got an overshield. Once per life, if all your teammates are dead, you're the last man standing, your super can charge a lot quicker, but it only happens once per life. Can be handy in trials if you're running Warlock and hey, both your teammates go down, you can get your super a whole lot quicker, especially if you're that ridiculous void Stormcaller or cross map with anything. Yeah, of course, you've got increased intellect or discipline, just bang, 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 and inverse shadow again. I don't need to explain that again. Second thoughts is the same thing with special weapon kills. Instead of the heavy lifting was heavy weapon kills, second thoughts is special weapon kills, and of course we've got better already over here on the right, where your shields start recovering immediately after you pick up an orb. The slightly better version of that perk is Infusion, which is health starts recovering immediately. That's my favorite perk in that slot. Better already is as an alternative. It's not too bad. The weapon this week is Telesto, which he went forever and a day without selling, and now he's sold it twice in the space of a month or two. It's a handy fusion rifle to have. Unplanned reprieve, fusion projectiles attach and detonate with a delayed void blast. So basically you can fire, run away, and then the detonation the bolts actually stick onto whatever they hit, and then they will charge and explode. And kind of handy in PvP, not the world's greatest thing in PvP, but very, very handy in void burn style strikes. Very, very handy if you have specialist on as well, because over here, Harbinger's Spark, multi-kills with this weapon spawn orbs for your allies. So when Trickle used to be a really common modifier, you could run this with specialist and or void burn, rack up the kills on the lower level adds like Thrall, Dregs, Shanks, that kind of thing, and goblins, so on and so forth. And you could rack up some nice orbage for your teammates to fill out their supers and their abilities, so we could actually get those things back. Still, I think a handy perk. I do think this is a handy weapon with some pretty good perks. Battle Runner over here, kills with this weapon grant a brief boost to the sprint top speed, lightweight, enhanced battery, flared mag, well, probably unnecessary. Harbinger's Spark, and then we have the 2 ornaments, Queen's Command, that funky hot pink, and Lingering Vestige is that incredibly bright fluoro blue. Nearly said yellow. My brain is shutting down. And for 3 weeks in a row, Monte Carlo and Super Spy, you've got to be kidding me. 2 weeks in a row, Red Death and White Witch. Last week, he brought exactly the same 2 weapon bundles. Xur, you are losing your mind. The Curios this week, Void Drive and Stealth Drive, have you those purple and pinky reddish booster trails for your rare upgraded Sparrow. We've got heavy ammo since 1 strange coin for 3 and 3 strange coins for 10 heavy ammo. This is the single best method for ranking up in the game, bar none. Get as many strange coins as you can. Go see this guy, rank up. Do the usual thing. Buy as many of this particular package as you can. This one here, this one right here, 10 heavy ammo since this one right here. And then what you do is you go see your faction, Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, New Monarchy. You hand them in as many as you can. Rank up your faction package. Take in the package, whatever it is you need, armor or weapons. Equip it. Infuse it, whatever you want to do, and away you go. Fastest way to get to 400, quickest and easiest way to get to 400. Another method, farming 3 of coins. The exotic engrams that can drop up to 400. Great way to rank up as well, especially if you do things like Iron Tomb, where you can put 3 of coins on, kill a boss, 3 of coins, kill a boss, wipe, rinse and repeat over and over. Or Crucible and Iron Banner being on this week, very, very handy. Glass Needles, 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and an exotic shard. Any armor piece, any exotic armor piece has this funky twist fate node. You can randomize these perks and these stats. Of course, if you have a super oriented armor piece, it's always going to have intellect. If you have a grenade oriented armor piece, it's always going to have discipline, and a strength melee oriented armor piece has strength on it, so you will not be able to get certain rolls. The motes of light, 2 motes of light, 2 strange coins for 1 mote of light, and 7 strange coins for 1 exotic shard of the standard materials exchange as usual. As I said, he's down by the Vanguard, and he has, quick recap, the special weapon Legacy Engram, Imperium Bellicose, the Crest of Alpha Luffy, the Stag, the Telesto, and of course he has this garbage down here. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. If you got something out of this video, please give it the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can catch me on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Instagram, BoylerRoom81. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.